Hello, welcome back to my channel. Copper Dragons here, and I'm going to be playing some more Knack. So let's hop right in. But yeah, to be honest, I have recently heard about some like drama involving like a content creator called Destiny. Like, people do realize that there's a lot of ways that stuff could be easily faked. With stuff like deepfakes, AI generations, stuff like that. It is not that hard to, create fake images involving that stuff. It is not hard. Especially with AI generation being on the rise. Like, I'm not taking either side here, but honestly, it is way too easy to create AI generation in the modern day. But yeah, I was planning on saying this earlier, but like, that whole Dream and Tommy and its situation, yeah, I'm literally taking neither side, because, like, honestly, Tommy was frankly wrong here for calling George Not Found sexist, for defending himself from sexual assault allegations. You see the problem there?
Yeah.
And then Dream had to act like a child for it. Just like in his response. Like, honestly, if that drama is still going on, I'm seriously taking neither side here, because neither side is even remotely close to being right. I'm pretty neutral in a lot of things, because I'm not the best decision maker, and I'm honestly, waiting until it all settles down to determine, like, which side I'm taking, unless if it's obviously one-sided. Like that damn PDM KSI drama that happened. I don't know if it's still going on, because I don't hear people talking about it as much anymore, but I'm just saying, like, that crap is stupid. I'm obviously on Dan PDM's side here. Like, honestly, he was obviously the right person to choose to side with. Like, for a multitude of reasons. Honestly. Because KSI had to act like a child. And then, he also is he is a massive scumbag. Like, in all honesty. Yeah, I really hate the fact that they revoked that TikTok ban. Like, that is the dumbest decision I've ever heard. Not just for the fact that they banned it and then unbanned it, like, 13 plus hours later. It's the fact that there's a multitude of reasons why it should have stayed banned. Like, for the amount of provocative dances that, mind you, minors are doing on that platform, the amount of predators on that app alone, and just all kinds of, like, there's a bunch of reasons why it should have stayed banned to begin with. Like, and it would just be like an hour-long video for why it should have stayed banned. Like, there should be an hour-long video just explaining why it should have stayed banned. In all honesty. But thanks to the brain-dead people at the government, we get to see, literally one of the worst media-sharing apps continue to thrive to this day. I feel stupid for dying there. You know what? How come? Oh, like a the thing is, with a lot of these sponsors on that you would see, a lot of them are really trashy, and a lot of them are, frankly, getting involved with scams and stuff, or they're, and the thing is, with Raid Shadow Legends, I doubt that there's anything, I think that there has to be something going on behind the scenes, to be honest. Or else, why would they give the exact same script to people over and over and over, to everybody? It's clearly just a publicity stunt to make them look good and not suspicious to anyone. If you want my honest take on it. I have to turn off my mic and pause recording. Okay, I'm back. But yeah, frankly, I think that there has to be something, at least something going on behind the scenes with Raid Shadow Legends, because there's no way a trustworthy business would give out the same script to make themselves look good. There's no way that there's not something going on behind the scenes for Raid Shadow Legends, if you want my honest take with that. There has to be something going on. And I've seen way too much stuff on the internet. If something if something like Honey or BetterHelp can be proven to be scams, then yeah, so can Raid Shadow Legends. For honestly very obvious reasons by now. There's just no way Raid Shadow Legends is that much. I think that they're just solely in it for the money. Frankly, they're just in it for this great money. There's just no way they would give out the same script to people and expect people not to think of it as a scam. Come on, people can't be that stupid to an obvious scam. Something that's at least pretending to be a scam. There's just no way people are that brainless. Yep, I'm not going down there because, I have a rule set in place for the series to not do any collectibles, massive collectibles. Yep, I knew that would happen. Because I lost the wood. But why would they give us wood armor in an area surrounded by fire? That seems really counterproductive. To give us something that's easily flammable as armor in an area surrounded by enemies that take you out if you hit whenever your armor's low, and fire. That seems really counterproductive. I know it's to up the difficulty, but still. It just seems if this were a real-life scenario, there would be no way this would be realistic. If it were, it would be completely unbelievable if it was a real-life scenario. something that like a main thing that I hate about like people posting their relationships online, like constantly, is like they're just doing it for the strict guidelines of attention. Like obviously that's what they're doing. Because especially since like loneliness is at a rise, like the loneliness rate, and you know, they're just obviously doing it to make people jealous. Like that's what they're literally and obviously doing. Like they're just doing it for one, to make people feel worse about themselves, and for two, because loneliness is clearly at a rise right now. Like, there's just no way that they're doing it for the strict sake of doing it for a bond. Like, there's just no way. Like, I get posting that stuff every once in a while, but doing it that much, yeah, there's no way you're doing it just for the sake of doing it. Just for, you know, doing it for the sake of your romance or whatever. Or for your relationship. There's just no way. There's no way on God's green earth you're doing that for your relationship solely. It's obviously just to make yourselves feel better in the current state of the world. In the obvious current state of the world. Like, there's just no way people are that stupid to not acknowledge everything that goes on around them. Well, I would have died either way, so there was just no point in getting knocked down. And I have 3 sun crystal charges. So I'm gonna use it right here. Probably the smartest choice I ever made in this game. But yeah, the hardest part about playing on controller is like stuff that would typically require a mouse and keyboard, like, you know, like drawing or whatever for games. Like, that's honestly the hardest part about using a controller for games. Like, it's not what people say it is. Like, it's not as bad as what people say it is. It's like, in my opinion, it's frankly better because you have more access to your hands to move around. Like, and it's much more simple to keep track of the controls with a controller than what it is with a keyboard. So it's not as bad as what people make it out to be. If you want my honest take on that. And also, like, I love the PS5 controller. It is, like, the buttons and everything are just buttery smooth. Like, it's frankly the best controller I've ever used. Like, it fits comfortably in your hand. The buttons are like cutting butter with a hot knife or whatever. Like, it's just frankly way better than any other controller I've ever used. And there's no changing that either. Okay, that one was unfair. Because he hit me twice. Like, whenever I was already knocked down. Like, I get that it's for difficult purposes, but still, that was kind of a cheap shot. Yeah, honestly, I love the look of wood Knack. Same with the crystal Knack. Like the clear Knack, or whatever you want to call it. Like, I love those two designs. Because they honestly seem like they just look so cool looking to me. Yeah, just wait until I get to Knack 2. Because, like, honestly, I'm much worse at this game than what I am with Knack 2, because I started out with Knack 2. Oh, come on, I can't jump up there because I'm too short. Oh, good thing I have unlimited access to wood there. Guess I'm gonna stay weary of this guy because, well, he can spread calm. But hey, thank God for unlimited wood access here. But you know what really ticks me off is how people, like, they claim that, oh, I wouldn't treat a neurodivergent person or whatever, like I wouldn't treat them different or some bull crap like that. And yet, I literally went to school with neurodivergent people and stuff, and yet people like to acted all buddy with them whenever they like up whenever they were up close and personal with them. But whenever their back was turned, oh yeah, ew. Like they say, oh, why is that weird kid hanging around us all the time, or some cool crap like that. Like that really ticks me off, especially when considering I'm a neurodivergent person myself. Like that really ticks me off and grinds my gears. Like, try, like, all I have to say about that is try and be offensive without outright saying, like, you're offensive. Which basically they're saying it while saying, they're basically just saying, oh, I'm not offensive or whatever, while outwardly being offensive. Like, it's not the fact that they're that the people that they're talking about are neurodivergent. It's how they're, like, being massive hypocrites about it. And just treating them all buddy up close, and then whenever their backs are turned, oh, that's whenever they show their true colors. That's what ticks me off about this. Like, why can't people be honest with each other, honestly? Like, if you're gonna, like, why not tell people your true thoughts about them? Like, as a person. Like, and the only time I would ever say that is, like, if you've known them for a while or whatever. Like, for example, if you've known them for, like, long enough to judge their character, then that's the only time you should ever say something about them. Like, and if you don't even care about them in general, like, if you're just gonna say something completely offensive or whatever, while their backs are turned, yeah, that's where I draw a line. Come on, are you telling me I gotta run through this again? Just because I lost my armor? Well, I guess I do. Which it kind of makes sense considering the enemy placement. And, you know, how big the area is and how much limited time you clearly have. Like, frankly, I don't really like how people, like, have become and involved. Like, this isn't, like, how they treat others shouldn't be considered normal, by any means, frankly. Like, you're just being a complete jerk to everyone, just because they're a little bit different, or they don't agree with your ideology. Like, that is something that I cannot stand with people. Acting all buddy-buddy up whenever you can see their face, but whenever their backs are turned, oh, that's whenever people show their true colors. Like, that is something I completely cannot stand in anyone. It doesn't matter who you are. You could be the president of the world, and yet I still wouldn't care. I still wouldn't treat you different at that point. It doesn't matter. You are just as human as the rest of us. Like, you shouldn't be thinking that you are better than anyone else just for a few minuscule things that completely does not matter in the long run. But also, something that I also really hate is, like, taking one minuscule thing like political views, or like race, gender, religion, you know, something like that, or sexual identity, and making that your entire personality in everything you talk about. That is something I cannot stand. Like, honestly, if you're just gonna take something that minuscule and make it every part of your character, just get a new personality at that point. Because that is just so annoying and so aggravating to hear people talk about the same two things for everything that they would ever say. That is the most annoying thing I've ever heard. And it's only gotten worse in recent years.
Huh. I miss Charlotte terribly, you know. She really was my better half. She stopped me from putting some of my crazier plans into action. Lucas, I'm so sorry I got us into this mess.
Yeah, me too.
But you know what? I'm starting to realize the flaws of the Doctor's characters.
Oh, about 20 years ago now.
All his character really is, oh, I'm a genius, and oh, I only really care about me and my dead wife.
Of beauty and muscle. By the time that car was finished, we were madly in love. Truth is, we found Knack's orb together, too. I'd been gathering relics in deep caves for years, trying to learn everything I could about their origins. And on one of the days, Charlotte joined me. We made an amazing discovery. A few minutes later, the ground shook. One of those deep earthquakes that happen from time to time. Charlotte! And she fell into the depths. I hunted for weeks and weeks. I never found a trace of her.
That was the most goofy way I've ever seen anyone die.
She was smart,
falling off a cliff and then never finding their body. Like, how are you sure that they're dead at that point?
Quiet because I didn't want anyone
like,
to
if
think
you never found the body, are you sure they're dead?
Like that car. And I think of the goblin's weapons and tanks.
Are you sure she's dead if you never found her body?
Well, if you say it's so, I believe you, but how?
Like, and that goes for real life too. If you don't find their body or know where they're located or anything, how can you be sure that they're automatically dead? Like, I get if they were missing for years, but she was only gone for a couple weeks. And yet, her body was never recovered where it clearly should have been, so that just proves she's still alive somewhere. If her body wasn't where it clearly should have been located, she's clearly still alive somewhere. Or she was dragged off and somehow recovered. Like, that is not too implausible with this world. You know, with giant robots who have the equivalent of a Power Ranger. You know, more of a seriously toned, like more of a serious toned Power Ranger. And goblins and golems that come to life with tiny little mystical objects that power your entire society. Like, there's just no way that she's still dead at that point. Like, how are they sure she's dead? If they never found her body or any sort of her remains. What am I supposed to do here? Wait, did I get stuck? Oh. I feel stupid. You know what? I love it whenever games give you all the power of the world, basically, to where you can just eliminate anything with something as easy as a button press. Like, that just frankly makes things way too easy. But I love that kind of easy, because it just makes you feel powerful. Okay, what was the requirements for this? Having a very detailed chin and being on a very top-heavy body? Was that the requirement for this job? And also being terrible with aim? Like having near stormtrooper level aim? Jesus Christ, I'm already at the minimum requirement to have second place for my video. Being 30 minutes, of course. Like, and the main reason I have that is because not too long, not too short videos. You know, like how a lot of these channels would work. And also, it's right in the middle of how long I can record on my PS5. Like, it's right in the middle.
Wandering around in the dark. Someone could get hurt.
Okay, you are far bigger and far stronger than her. How is she dodging your attacks?
I got you
that
right
easily.
where I want you. Now, who's next?
Okay, I'm kind of wishing she hit the ground. But no, we can't have her hit the ground. That's too gruesome. Yeah, I always hated battle arena style fights, because they always kind of threw in cheap shots, like, right at the end. Like, because they know your health should be low by that point, and they're just throwing in, like, some of the strongest attacks that they have for that point in the game, and just hit you with that, because they know your HP is low. I have nothing to say about that. Wait, there should be something behind this wall. Yeah, if you see any, like, discoloration in this game on the walls, like, that doesn't look like a normal set of walls, then yeah, there's more than likely something behind that wall. If it's like discoloration or something, you know, something that normally wouldn't fit in, like how that was right there, that wall I just broke. Like if it looks like it doesn't belong there, then yeah, it's more than likely a secret. I don't know why I said secret like that, though. Honestly, there ain't that many, like, good content creators anymore. A lot of the ones that were actually good, like most of them are either sub-retiring, fully retiring, or just left the internet.
Huh.
I mean,
Isn't it a
Stampy,
little,
he's moved to
cold
another
for a
channel with
stroll?
podcasts,
Perhaps not
and he
for the
doesn't really
ice
do
queen, you know.
gameplay videos
Funny,
anymore.
pretty boy.
And yeah,
It's actually quite warm.
like he's
We've had a
still
little
on the internet, but not as much as what he
Oh.
used to be.
Yes, I noticed.
Like for what made him
So,
famous,
where
PewDiePie's
exactly can I
semi-retired.
find the doctor and
Matt
Lucas?
Cat's fully retired.
Last I looked, they were enjoying Victor's hospitality.
Like
So sorry
a
to
lot of the
run.
greats are
Details.
leaving the internet,
Hey,
Hey,
which I can kind of see
what
why
the
with
heck is
how
that?
the
that
internet
right
has
is the
come
source of
over
all
the
our
years.
troubles. Victor found a couple dozen of these giant relics down deep in the mine. He's got big plans for them. Doctor wants them too. So, did you find out where the goblins were getting their weapons from?
Who they got them from, yes. The source is some super goblin named Gundahar. Where they got them from? Don't know. They seem to have a factory somewhere, but they're so heavily armed, it's gonna be tough to get close. If we could just build a tracking device that looks like a relic, then make sure that the goblins pick it up on their next raid. Well, then we could track them to wherever it is they call home.
Sounds good. Let's go get the doctor. Might run into your girlfriend too
Hey.
while we're at it.
You think I'm clever, right?
But yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll continue making content. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.